Hello, my dear friend. Welcome to the VUS Learning English podcast. My name is Anna, and I am so happy you are here today. Today, we have a very special episode, a very important episode. Today, I want to share a secret with you, a secret that can change everything for your English learning. It is a secret that can make you feel happy and hopeful about speaking English. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Your time is important, and I am so grateful you are spending it with me. Before we begin, I have a small question for you. Where are you listening from today? Are you in Mexico? Are you in India? Are you in Myanmar? Are you in Ethiopia? I love to imagine you, my friend, listening from all over the world. It makes me so happy. If you enjoy this podcast, if it helps you, please think about following or subscribing. It is a small click for you, but it helps our podcast grow. It helps us reach more English learners, just like you. Thank you. Okay, let's begin. I want to ask you a question. How many words are in the English language? What do you think? A lot of words, right? Big English dictionaries have more than 170,000 words. 170,000. Some people say there are more than 1 million English words. 1 million. When you hear a number like that, 1 million words. How do you feel? Do you feel a little nervous, a little scared? Do you hear a little voice in your head, a little voice that says, I will never learn all of that. I will never learn 1 million words. This is impossible. For many years, we have been told a lie about learning English, a very big lie. The lie is this. You need to know thousands and thousands of words to speak English. The lie is that you must be perfect, that you must never make a mistake. The lie is that you need to wait, and wait, and wait, before you can speak. My friend, I have good news for you today. Very good news. That idea is a mistake. It is the biggest mistake. And it is the number one reason you feel stuck. The number one reason you are not speaking English today. Here's the truth. You can have real conversations, natural conversations, happy conversations, using a very, very small number of words. Fluent speakers know this secret, but schools and textbooks, they often forget to tell you. Fluency is not about knowing every word. No, fluency is about using the right words. The most important words. The words that do all the work for you. What if I told you? What if I told you that you only need about 500 words to build your confidence? Let's use a number for our lesson today. Let's say 521. 521 words. This is not a magic number, but it is a symbol. It is a symbol of a new way to learn, a better way to learn. And in this episode, I am not just going to tell you this is possible. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Let's be honest for a minute. Does this story sound like you? You started studying English many years ago, maybe in school. You bought the grammar books. The books are on your shelf. You downloaded the apps on your phone, the apps for learning words. You spent many hours with flashcards. You tried to memorize long lists of words, difficult words. Words like ubiquitous or serendipity. Do you know these words? I am a native speaker and I almost never use them. So you feel like you know a lot of English. It is all in your head. Maybe you can read English, okay? Maybe you can watch movies with subtitles. But then it happens. It is time to speak. A native speaker comes to you. They smile and they ask a simple question. How's it going? And what happens in your brain? Silence. Your mind is empty, like a white page with no words. All those grammar rules you studied, gone. All those difficult vocabulary words you memorized, gone. They disappear. It feels like a wall goes up in your brain. A big, tall wall. And behind the wall, you are busy. You are translating in your head from your language to English. You are worried. Am I going to make a mistake? Is my grammar correct? Is my pronunciation okay? You can feel the other person waiting, just waiting. And the silence feels so long. 1 second feels like 1 hour. And so what do? You say something short, something safe. Fine, thanks. And the conversation, it stops. It dies. And inside, you feel that bad feeling, frustration, sadness, maybe even a little shame. You think to yourself, why is this so hard? I studied for years. I know all these words in my head. Why can't I just speak? My friend, if this is your story, please listen to me. You are not alone. This happens to so many wonderful, intelligent learners. It happens again and again, and it is so bad for your confidence. It creates a fear of speaking. You start to avoid conversations. You see people talking and you walk the other way. You tell yourself a story. My English is not good enough. I need to study more. I need more words. I will speak later when I am ready. This is a trap. It is a sad circle. The old way of learning English creates this fear. The focus on memorizing thousands of words, it teaches you to be a collector of words, like collecting stamps. But language is not for collecting. Language is for using. Language is for connecting with people. The old method makes you believe you are not ready. It tells you that you will be ready after one more book, one more grammar rule, one more list of words. But that day never comes. My friend, I want you to hear this. This is the most important part. The problem is not you. It is not because you are not smart. It is not because you are not trying hard. The problem is the method. You have been trying to climb a very, very big mountain. An impossible mountain. But there is another way. A simple path. A beautiful, easy path. And it has been here the whole time, waiting for you. Let's talk about the biggest lie. The lie that is holding you back. The lie is that you need a huge vocabulary to speak English. You hear that native speakers know 20,000 words. Or maybe 35,000 words. 20,000. 35,000. These numbers make you feel hopeless. They make you want to give up. But here's the secret part, the part they forget to tell you. There's a big difference between the words you understand and the words you use. Think about this. There are the words you recognize, the words you see in a book or hear in a movie. When you see or hear them, you think, I know that word. This is your reading vocabulary. Let's call it your understanding vocabulary. That big number, 35,000 words, that is mostly an understanding vocabulary. It includes very rare words, Words a native speaker only sees once a year. Words they understand but would never, ever use in a normal conversation. It is recognition, not use. Imagine a giant room, a huge dark warehouse. Inside this warehouse are thousands and thousands of boxes. Each box has one word in it. That is your understanding vocabulary. It is big and it is messy. It is hard to find anything. Now, there's another kind of vocabulary. This is your speaking vocabulary. Your speaking vocabulary is different. It is not a giant warehouse. It is a small toolbox. A small, clean, organized toolbox. You carry it with you everywhere. Inside this toolbox are the words you can use easily, the words you can use without thinking, the words that just come out of your mouth. This is your active speaking vocabulary. And here is the amazing truth. For native speakers, this toolbox is shockingly small. Really. In normal, everyday conversations, talking to family, talking to friends, ordering coffee, native speakers use the same few words over and over and over again. Studies show this. Research shows this. A small group of about 2,000 to 3,000 words can cover almost everything you need for daily life. One study looked at writing. It found that the most common 2,000 words make up about 80% of the text. Think about that. 80%. That means if you read a page with 100 words, 80 of those words will be from that small, common group. Think about your own native language. You know many words in your language, right? You know difficult words, academic words, technical words. But when you talk to your mother, when you tell a friend a story about your day, do you use those difficult words? Of course not. You use simple words, common words, everyday words. You connect with people. You share your feelings. You get things done. English is exactly the same. The big lie is that you need that giant, messy warehouse to have a simple conversation. It is like believing you need a giant professional kitchen just to make a sandwich. You don't. You don't need 20,000 words to start speaking. You just need a small, powerful toolbox. And that is what our idea of 521 words is about. It is about shifting your focus. Stop trying to fill the giant warehouse. Start building your small, perfect toolbox. So, what are these 521 words? What is the secret? It is not a secret, and it is not magic. It is a strategy. It is based on a simple truth. Not all words are equal. Some words are much more important than others. Some words do all the work. They are the superstars of the English language. Think about it. Research shows that the 100 most common words, just 100 words, make up about 50% of everything you read. 50%. So if you learn the most important, most frequent words first, you can understand a lot very fast. And for speaking, it is even more powerful. This is where our number comes from, 521. Think of this number as a symbol for the absolute core of English. The center, the foundation, the solid ground you can stand on. These words are not difficult. They are not fancy. They are simple. And that is their power. What kind of words are in this core group? They are the basic building blocks of the language. They are words for people. Words like I, you, he, she, it, we, they. They are the most important action words. The verbs, words like be, have, do, go, come, get, make, see, say, think. These words are in almost every sentence. They are the words for basic things in our lives. The nouns, words like time, day, people, work, home, life, thing, way, man, woman. They are simple words to describe things. The adjectives, words like good, bad, big, small, new, old, right, wrong. And they are the little glue words, the words that connect everything, words like and, but, because, so, for, in, on, at, to, with. These little words are so important. They hold our sentences together. The goal here is not to impress people with big words. The goal is to express yourself, to share your ideas, to connect. Simple English is not bad English. Let me say that again. Simple English is not bad English. Simple English is clear English. It is effective English. It is global English. If you can explain a big idea with simple words, it means you are a great communicator. But here's the most important part of this method. You do not learn these words as a long list. No, that is the old way, the broken way. You learn them in patterns. You learn them in groups, in chunks. Think about this. One word is like one brick. A brick is useful, but you cannot build a house with only one brick. Learning words one by one is like trying to build a house one brick at a time. It is slow, it is hard, it is exhausting. But a phrase, a chunk of words, is like a pre-built wall. With just a few of these pre-built walls, you can build a house very, very fast. Learning words in natural combinations is the key. It is the secret to speaking faster. So instead of just learning the word need, you learn the chunk. I need to. Instead of just learning the word want, you learn the chunk. I want to. This is the heart of the solution. Stop collecting single bricks. Start learning how to use these powerful pre-built parts. This is how you change from a word collector to a sentence builder. This is how you finally start to speak. Okay, we talked about the problem, the feeling of being stuck. We talked about the lie of needing a huge vocabulary. And we talked about the solution, focusing on a small core of the most important words. Now let's get practical. How do you actually do this? Right now, today. The system is very simple. It is built on two things. 1, powerful sentence patterns. 2, a small, consistent daily habit. First, let's talk about the patterns. When you try to speak, you're trying to create every sentence from zero. That is so hard for your brain. So we are not going to do that. Instead, we are going to use 5 simple, powerful sentence skeletons. Think of them like frames for a picture. You will use these frames to build almost everything you need to say in a daily conversation. Here are the 5 foundational patterns. Pattern 1, I want to. This is for your desires, your wishes. Pattern 2, I need to. This is for your necessities, the things you must do. Pattern 3, I have to. This is for your obligations, your responsibilities. Pattern 4, I like to. This is for your preferences, the things you enjoy. Pattern 5, I am going to. This is for your future plans. Look how powerful these are. You just take one of these patterns and you add one of your core words. Let's try it. Let's use the first pattern. I want to. You can say, I want to eat. I want to sleep. I want to learn. I want to go. I want to see. I want to try. Look at that. You just made 6 correct English sentences so easily. Let's make them a little longer. I want to eat pizza. I want to sleep now. I want to learn English. I want to go home. I want to see my family. I want to try again. Do you see the power? You are not thinking about grammar. You are not worried about mistakes. You start with a pattern that you know is correct. I want to is always correct. Then you just add your idea. Let's try the second pattern. I need to. This is for things that are necessary. I need to go. I need to work. I need to study. I need to call. I need to buy. I need to get. Let's add more words. I need to go to work. I need to study for my test. I need to call my friend. I need to buy some food. I need to get some water. I need to get some rest. Look at all these ideas you can express right now without a big dictionary, without a grammar book. How about the third pattern? I have to. This is for obligations. Things you must do. I have to go now. I have to finish my work. I have to clean my room. I have to make dinner. I have to wake up early tomorrow. Again, perfect sentences every single time. You feel that? That is the feeling of safety. You are using safe grammar that is always correct. Let's do the next pattern. I like to. This is for things you enjoy. I like to read. I like to walk. I like to listen to music. I like to watch movies. I like to talk with my friends. I like to drink coffee in the morning. You are talking about yourself, sharing your personality, and it is easy. And the last pattern. I am going to. This is for the future. Your plans. I am going to eat lunch. I am going to visit my friend tomorrow. I am going to watch a movie tonight. I am going to study English for 10 minutes. I am going to be a confident English speaker. Yes, you are. With just these 5 simple patterns and a small handful of core words, you can suddenly say hundreds and hundreds of different things. You are not searching your brain for the perfect word. You are starting with a structure, a strong, correct structure, and you are just adding 1 or 2 simple words. This removes the pressure. It removes the fear. So that is the first part of the system, the 5 patterns. Now, how do you practice this? This is the second part of the system, the 10-minute daily routine. You do not need to study for 2 hours a day or 5 hours a day. That is too much. You will get tired. You will burn out. You need consistency. A little bit every day. All you need is 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. But it has to be 10 minutes of speaking. Not reading, not listening. Speaking. Your voice. Out loud. This is very important. You have to use your mouth. Here is your 10-minute plan. It is so simple. In the morning, 3 minutes. When you are making coffee, or when you are getting dressed. You will describe your plans for the day. You will use the pattern, I am going to. Say it out loud. Let your ears hear your own voice speaking English. Today is Monday. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to have a meeting at 10 o'clock. I'm going to eat lunch with my friend. I am going to come home at 6 o'clock. Simple. You are practicing your future. You are warming up your English brain for the day. In the afternoon, 4 minutes, maybe on your lunch break. Maybe you are walking home. You will talk about your responsibilities. You will use the patterns. I have to. And I need to. Say it out loud. I have to finish this email. I need to go to the supermarket after work. I have to call my mother tonight. I need to buy some milk. I have to remember to do my homework. You are talking about your life in English. And finally, in the evening, 3 minutes before you go to bed, when things are quiet, you will use the patterns. I want to, and I like to. You will talk about your personal life, your feelings, your dreams. I am tired today. I want to watch a movie. I like to read before I sleep. I want to travel to a new country next year. I like to listen to this podcast. This is not a test, my friend. There are no grades. It is practice. It is building a muscle. The words might feel strange in your mouth at first. You might make mistakes. It does not matter. The goal is to build the connection between your brain and your mouth. Memorizing words only puts them in your head. Practice, speaking, puts them in your mouth. And to speak English, you need your mouth. If this new way of thinking, this new way of learning, is making you feel a little better, a little less scared, and a little more hopeful, please take 1 second to tap the like button. It tells me that this message is helpful. It tells me that you want more lessons like this, and it helps other learners who feel stuck just like you to find this episode. For your whole English learning journey, you have been carrying something very heavy. The weight of 170,000 words, the weight of all the grammar rules, the weight of being perfect. Today, right now, I want you to set that weight down. Just for a moment, let it go. You do not need perfect English to live a full life in English. You do not need perfect English to make friends. You do not need perfect English to get a good job. You do not need perfect English to travel the world. You do not need perfect English to share your beautiful ideas. You just need useful English. And useful English is built on a small, strong core of words, spoken with courage. The fear you feel is real, I know, but it is based on a broken method. It is not based on your ability. By changing your focus from knowing everything to using a small core effectively, you take your power back. You make speaking English an achievable goal, a daily practice, not a distant, impossible dream. Your journey to fluency does not start on a future day. When you feel ready. My friend, let me tell you another secret. You will never feel 100% ready. Nobody ever does. Your journey starts the moment you give yourself permission. Permission to speak. Permission to be imperfect. Permission to make mistakes. Permission to use simple words. Permission to start a conversation. Knowing you have what you need to express yourself. So here's my final challenge to you. Stop waiting. Stop memorizing long lists of words you will never use. Start speaking. Today, right now. Take one of our patterns, take one core word, and say one sentence out loud. I want to learn. That's it. That is your first step on a new path. Tomorrow, do it again. The change from a silent learner to a confident speaker happens one simple sentence at a time. This small core of words is not a limit. It is not a box. It is the key that unlocks the door. Now, it is your turn to walk through it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have loved spending this time with you. If you believe in this simpler, more gentle way to learn English, please subscribe or follow for more lessons. We focus on confidence and real communication. And please, share this episode with a friend if you know someone who is feeling stuck. Sometimes the best gift we can give is hope. To let someone know they are not alone. And there is an easier way. Remember to be kind to yourself. Learning a language is a journey. Start small. Start today. You can do this. I believe in you. See you next time, my friend.